Happy Monday. This is America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos. Thank you for starting your week with us on Kababayan LA. My name is Janelle Sawyer, Kababayan in Los Angeles, where this afternoon we're also going to be talking about our intuition. They say that when making decisions, our gut feel, our intuition are very reliable, but how do we develop that? As well, spring flings, breakups, hookups. We're going to be talking about what's in the stars for your favorite celebrity couples. We have a celebrity psychic joining us with his predictions. It's very exciting, pero bago ang chika, pag-usapan muna natin ang mga balita.
Pinoy na Pinoy, Weekend Balita.
Ronnie Ligo is the editor-in-chief of Weekend Balita. He's joining us right now via Skype from the Glendale newsroom. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Ronnie.
Magandang hapon po sa iyo, Janelle, at sa iyong staff, at of course sa lahat po ng nanonood ng Kababayan LA.
All right, Ronnie, still in the news, immigration, and in fact, you wrote this piece in your papers about immigration reform. Is it really amnesty or necessity?
Depende siguro kung sino papakinggan mo, no? Of course, sa mga conservatives at lahat ng mga Republicans siguro, no? Sasabihin nila talagang amnesty. Kung gagawin nating legal, itong sinasabi nilang mga 11, baka 12 or even 20 million undocumented immigrants dito sa Amerika. Of course, yun ang sinasabi nila. However, sa mga Democrats naman, sa mga liberals, kasi nga matagal na sila rito, rooted na sila rito, yung iba rito na nagtatrabaho and everything, they are big contributors as far as the American society is concerned. So, yun ay necessity kasi nga malaki ang binibigay nilang contribution sa economy, at of course, kailangan may mga trabahong hindi gusto ng mga American, yung gaya ng mga sa farms, ano, backbreaking na trabaho yun. So, talagang kailangan natin ng mga tinatawag nating mga guest workers.
And when we talk about immigration reform, it's a very ambitious undertaking. It's a complete overhaul, Ronnie. Where do we start? Because there are some senators that are saying still that we need to secure borders first, but we've been doing that for years.
Exactly. Actually nga, during the Obama administration, there have been record numbers as far as deportations are concerned. Mas marami na nga nahihiwalay ng mga pamilya dyan, marami na nadideport. Of course, ang sinasabi nilang concentration nila is yung mga criminals daw with criminal background. However, may mga companies na ni-raid at saka yung mga workers dyan, dineport yung mga trabahante nila. So, yun ang sinasabi ng Obama administration. Ngayon, ano ba ang uunahin natin? Border security, as far as the Republican senators in this gang of 8 in the U.S. Senate are concerned, ang sinasabi nila, kailangan i-secure mo yan. Kasi kung babalikan natin ang 1986 amnesty program ni President Ronald Reagan, sinasabi nila, okay, na nagkaroon ng permanent residency yung 3 million, almost 3 million na undocumented immigrants. However, nakalimutan nilang i-secure yung border. So, anong nangyari is marami ngayon tumawid at yun na nga, hopefully, maging legal din sila.
Okay, there's so many points being debated on, Ronnie. What can we expect in terms of immigration reform? Also, we've had here attorneys Alison Aquino and Richard Lowe, and they were very hopeful that by the end of this year, we will see something move.
Actually, nung pinag-usapan natin dati, nag-discuss tayo nila with Attorney Alison Aquino, tinanong ko yung mga Washington-based immigrant advocates, tinanong ko sa kanila ano yung mga taxes na babayaran ba? Kasi noong 1986 program, wala yung mga taxes na kailangan bayaran ng mga undocumented immigrants. Pero ngayon, kailangan sila magbayad. Wala silang idea as far as the amount is concerned. However, ang kinatatakutan nila is yung mga businesses na may expose kasi under the 1986 amnesty law, yung mga businesses supposedly will be liable, no? Hindi lang civil penalties ang kailangan nilang bayaran, criminally liable pa sila pagka nalaman na nag-hire sila ng undocumented immigrants. Ngayon pa, nag-file sila ng taxes sa mga undocumented immigrants, they will have to reveal, I guess, opinion ko lang ito, no? Na who hired them,
exactly.
And, may expose ngayon itong mga business na ito.
All right, so we're going to be giving you developments as they come, Ronnie. So hopefully something out will move by the end of the year, right? It's only March, and they are continuing to debate on that. Meanwhile, Ronnie, ito naman isang classic example ng what, immigrants experience when they come to the U.S. A Filipina nanny is set for U.S. trial against Basic Instinct star, Hollywood star Sharon Stone.
Exactly, hindi lang to isang ibang klaseng nanny to, no? Kasi nga superstar Sharon Stone, idinimanda niya kasi nga mukhang inaalis niya na dinidiscriminate daw siya sinasabing inaharas siya ni Miss Sharon Stone, sinasabi na don't talk to my children in your accent. So yun, parang may mga racist remarks daw, at meron daw instance na kasi nga sinasama itong nanay nito sa mga biyahe ni Sharon Stone out of the country yata, at nag-charge yata siya ng overtime itong nanny, sinasabi ni Sharon Stone, this was illegal, so pati yun, kiniklaim niya, at ito nga, dinimanda ang kababayan nating pangalan niya is Erlinda Elemen, dinimanda niya si Miss Sharon Stone, at according to Superior Court Judge, there is enough evidence to pursue the case at magkakaroon nga ng trial sa July 30. They're seeking a jury trial against Miss Sharon Stone.
And in 2011, the actress was also ordered to pay $232,000 in compensation to a worker who injured his knee after slipping and falling in her backyard in 2006. So hindi siya panibagong case for Sharon Stone.
Exactly.
All right, Ronnie, now good news from the Philippines, or I don't know if it's good or bad news, or if it's just news. $600 million deal, casino deal in the Philippines. And I'm saying it's not necessarily good news, Ronnie. I know that it will provide a lot of jobs for a couple of mines in the Philippines, but at the same time, what about yung sinasabi nilang moral decline? In fact, in South Korea, South Korean nationals are not allowed to go to most of the casinos that they have in the city, in Seoul.
Well, of course, if we're going to talk about morality, kasi nga, it breeds vice and gambling, maraming nakakasira yan, However, sa Philippines, I believe because we have the casino industry for the past, like 20, 30 years now. So, hindi naman talaga siya nagkakaroon sa atin ng, I guess, ng masamang pangyayari sa ating mga kababayan natin. However, this new venture will create $10 billion in the next, few years sa ating bayan in revenues, in terms of revenues, and they are expecting $1 billion new investment as far as this 4 mega casinos that will be built in the Philippines that will compete against Las Vegas in the next 4 to 5 years, sabi nila, at even Macau. This will be the newest, itong pangalawang mega casino na ito na ang nagmamayari from Macau, si Stanley Ho, na mag-i-invest dito sa Entertainment City dito sa Manila.
All right, we're going to be looking out for developments as well, Ronnie, and I'm sure we can trust Balita and also US Asian Post to be bringing us the latest as they come.
Yes, of course. Maraming po salamat sa inyo, at kung gusto niyo pong makakita po mga updates, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming website, weekendbalita.com or usasianpost.com. And then of course, sa aming mga pahayagan, Weekend Balita at saka US Asian Post.
Thank you so much, Ronnie Lygo, and more power to you and to the rest of the Balita family. Meanwhile, back here on Kababayan LA, we'll be back for more. Don't go away.